can't sleep again.
아우.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
새끼치만 하러 짱아 죽겠네.
I can't. I just can't. I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
죽여버리가. 싸가지가 존나게 없네.
Quiet.
죽여버리고.
can't. I just can't.
아 씨발. 아 이거 하면 안 돼.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. can't sleep again. Can't sleep again.
마지막이다.
I can't sleep again.
끝내자, 샤말라.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
내놔 이 새끼야.
Good afternoon. Take care.
야! 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 야!
라드지기. 얼마나 누리하고 있으면.
Yeah.
뭐 개뚜름 어떡하냐. 너무한 거 아니야?
Mondd, amikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelket.
너무 무서운 거야?
Come on!
Yeah. Oh. Passage.
German! Over there!
Nem bírok sokáig. Nahogy a faszba! Basz meg, elég, legyőztél! Hagyd már!
What have we got here? Entertainment. Great!
뒤질라고. 개꿀띠? 할만해. 너무 강해져 버렸다.
Hé, ki van ott? Beszarás. Tina! Itt vagyok!
Látom őt!
애들 개 들어오는 거 시작.
Vigyázz! Látom az ellenséget! Emberek! Vigyázzak!
두 명이. 그런 느낌.
Låfast!
Megdöglesz!
우리는 인간적으로 이렇게
Geci!
Ileg!
미친놈들아. 나왜 안 도와줘?
Kinyírlak!
거기? 누나.
What have we got here? It's
Leszek!
Alarm! Man's gonna cost you your life.
Curses!
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Tired of life. Hagyd abba! Hallod? Állj, feladom!
Hey, Jack! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Should have fucked up while you had the chance. Look what I'm crawling out from some rock.
지들끼리 왜 싸워?
Oh, right, my arm.
지들끼리 왜 싸워? 지들끼리 싸워.
What's going on there? Yeah.
뭔디? 뭐요? 뭔디? 아니 약 준비해.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Raketa to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roketa? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Raketa are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roketa, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
끝내자. 지긋지긋했다.
God be with you.
I've taken care.
Have you brought me?
Here it is.
Good work. Now it seems.
Thank you, Captain.
But it would be a pity to war around.
Well,
I don't doubt it. He's the custodian.
very well, Captain.
Goodbye.
God be with you, lad.
I came to an.
He's already here. That I guarantee.
Just one thing.
If he...
Password. Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful. Fine work. I probably shouldn't, but...
Thank you.
Good luck then.
Yeah. 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 Leave me be. I want to sleep.
이런 아이씨인데 내가 지금 알고 야, 땡까? 땡까? 잠깐만. 야, 땡까냐? 땡까?
Greetings.
This might help.
It certainly is.
I just want to make sure we...
No more.
And to see Istvan have...
I'll drink to that.
What is your impression of Master Keezer?
Sir Hanush thinks he...
But what do you think?
Sometimes I...
It all sounds like the babbling of a man.
Maybe. God be with you.
Good day to you.
How are things with you?
It's a shit but
I'm sorry to hear it.
I only pray we kill. Take care now.
Greetings.
Sir, I met the parrot.
I should say, rumour has it, Brent. They say he made an any son, and he's a fair. See you later.
너무 늦게 왔다. 이제 뭐 엔간하면 덤비지도 않네. 애들. 아. 오, 옷 준 거 바꿔 입었네.
Thank you for the.
Wouldn't you like to?
It's a bit late.
이제 이거 설마 실시간으로 기다리는 그런 거 아니지? 굉장히 기다려야 되는 거. 진짜 뭘 하든 짜증이 나네, 짜증.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good morning.
I've got information about your daughter-in-law. Elishka's fine, only she needs...
Never heard of her. Get lost.
She's your nearest kin. Elishka's part of your family, and she really needs you.
I won't help anyone.
Listen, you old hag. If you interrupt me one more time...
Fuck off!
I could make it worth your...
Really?
Your son's widow needs help.
What do I care about?
With an attitude like that, you must be popular around here.
What?
And if you happen by chance to be locked inside...
What are you?
The...
You took the... Send her here, then.
That sounds quite...
And if I...
Find salvation.
멈춰.
야,
미친놈이 이거 진짜 기다리게 만드네. 아, 미친
야.
똥게임 진짜.
야, 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 야. 야! 야! 야!
You're...
I'm not.
It's a bit of a change.
I haven't had much luck in...
That's true.
So, did you find...
I did.
But...
They're,
Life is... But at least I...
That's true.
I'll survive.
I'm sorry I couldn't arrange.
No doubt. Good luck, then. Herman,
Yes?
Farewell. And thank you for everything.
No need to thank me. I'm glad I had a chance to get to know you. Promise me you'll take care of yourself. You deserve a better life.
I just...
Promise me.
I promise.
Farewell, Alishka.
잡아 그냥 좋아하면. 언제까지 이거 기다려야 되는 거야?
I'll slay you, you scum.
Come here, lily liver.
Ow. You know how this one ends. You'll get what for.
진심 개판이다. 아휴, 비용신 네가 씨발. 존나 귀찮아. 몇 명이야, 10월. 미친 거 아니냐, 너. 한 방에 뒤집어보면 뭐 이렇게.
That sounded like...
God's bless.
I'd like to buy a...
I'm glad to hear it. Have you looked them over?
Not yet.
Then go and have a look in the state. Goodbye.
I'd like to buy a...
I'm glad to hear it. Have you looked them over?
I have.
The best there are. Is there one in particular?
일등급이 좋은 거야?
He's a bit hard-headed, but he won't let...
Maybe some other...
I'll sell you that.
How come?
Oh, she's a good enough.
Maybe...
A strong... Only I never feel...
Surely you'll knock some...
Done. Take care. Goodbye.
Let's talk about the price.
Well,
뒷모습은
all right, so.
너무
ya!
진짜 귀찮. 드디어 한참.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Move. God damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir,
They're coming. There's no time. Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming? There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic is surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townbrook.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talbot.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander, but many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short range and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rete.
Havel Medic is bearing down on us with his band of ghost fuckers.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
헐. 거친 녀석이지.
Yeah.
가자.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Just a little longer. Not yet. Easy, man. Hope. Hope. Easy. Easy.
Yeah. They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard. To the left. And the rest, come with me. We'll fight the bastards.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
스트레스 받는다 진짜. 뭐하냐 진짜.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began
뭐만 했다 하면 멈춰가지고. 둔둔.
easy, easy.
Easy, man. Hold. Hold. Just a little longer. Not yet.
They were expecting us! First troops to the bridge! Break through! Vanguard! To the left! And the rest, come with me! We'll flank the bastards!
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
죽었다.
Yeah. Yeah.
승질머리가 부럽구만.
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. Seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Start talking, or make your peace. God bless you. See you later.
Betray my lord.
Ah, Henry. Just the man I want. This fool would rather hang than sing. You know more about him than we do, so maybe you can get something out of him.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them. How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning.
Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless?
How did you meet?
What's that got to do with it?
Who does he take it?
Are you stupid?
Listen to me.
Do you take him?
You better pray he will for your... I won't waste any more time on you.
I don't need to save myself.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you just like everyone in Vranjik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father. Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
로딩, 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 로딩.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, Your Grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
Oh. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
중기로 누굴 좁혀려고.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
God bless you.
Master Faithful.
Much better.
Next time round. We came just in.
Quite.
I think more people.
They should. Good luck then.
Greetings.
There was...
That's how it goes.
Well, they're up to wait.
Because you know.
I have some
Show me.
So... Can you teach me?
Certain.
I want to...
You can't become a master.
Well...
Good luck, then.
저렇게 멀리 있네 또. 나 떨어지기만 해봐.
Yeah. Yeah.
딴 데 있어.
Uh-huh. And it seems I'm about to give... And since it's mainly...
I'll be delighted.
To smash my castle?
Sorry, sir.
There's nothing to it. All you have to...
Well, I suppose I could...
Then we'll... Sir Ro... See you later.
이제 끝내자. 몸 상태도 안 좋은데 언제까지 있다고 싶을 거야. 쓰레기 같은 느낌.
야. 야. 야.
Load the trebuchet. Goodbye.
가만히.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish.
I will go...
That's all?
For a few days, at least.
Take care.
이틀간 기다려야 되냐. 아휴, 개똥겜.
Greetings.
We made it.
We failed.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. Just think.
I've arranged...
Thank you.
I got hold of...
Thank you. Take care.
Is something the matter?
A few of them have taken to their heels.
If those were the best...
My feet. Until talk.
Of course, sir.
That's not necessary.
I'm here.
Can't you see was...
Good luck, then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hey, you. Hey. Who's there?
Over here! Where
What's the matter? Who are you? You'll get what? Mess! Fucking hell! No! God, weak at the knees of you! Kurva! Enough! You've got me! Leave me be! Ah! Dear God!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Alarm! You're dead.
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Gone weak in the knees, have you? To arms! Get over here!
Bring it on!
You can't hide from me.
I'm going to enjoy it. Come here. Is that all you've got? Are you gonna cry now? over here. Had enough? Bring it on! Oh. Gone weak at the knees, have you?
참 멀리서 왔다. 너 어디서 온 거야? 애들 위치를 모르겠네. 양지를 내가 본 게 아니고.
야!
What's that? Well, I know.
야! 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 야!
Is that some new kind of game? What are you doing here?
Why'd you ask?
I ask because I'm the game.
Well, I'm certainly not poached.
In that case, you won't mind it.
Certainly.
아우, 드디어 끝났다. 지겨워. 줬다 수시네. 응? 뭐야?
Yeah.
I found all.
That's a relief.
Goodbye.
Greetings. Good luck to you.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarded?
God be with you.
미친 거 아니냐? 지금 두 명이?
I'm here.
Can't you see with... Take care.
무슨 공중부양 저 따위로.
I'm here.
Can't you see... Goodbye.
폭경은 왜 얼마나 하는 거야?
Since Sir Divish's colours.
Just so.
All right. When do we...
There's no reason to wait. Are you You won't have another chance.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard every...
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember,
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier. This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Take care.
For fuck's sake! Help yourself!
짜증난다. 또 봐야 돼.
You are... Keep... Good luck. Good. Take care.
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! Quickly, raise the ladders!
We've got them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
죽었어? 실패한 거야? 뭔데?
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hamish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. If your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here. All bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, you'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah. Yeah.
이딴 식으로 들어와서
There's no sign of them. Move on. Glad to see Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too, and now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I've twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. I'm proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting.
Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
블랙팬서냐?
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
귀족 뭐 사적인 공간에 들어갔다고? 내가 귀족인데 미친 거 아니야? 어우 렉걸.
I've got something for you. I got them from Uncle Peshek.
They're lockpicks. They're not...
True, but it...
Wouldn't you like to take a...
I'd love to.
Listen, Teresa. There's something I ought to tell you.
What is it? What's troubling you?
I'm not quite sure how to tell you, so I'll just spit it out. So Radzig Kobyla is... my father.
And King Wenceslas is my cousin. Oh, you really had me going.
No, I'm serious.
What? But, Henry, how on earth could...
I know, it was a shock for me too. It turns out Sir Radzig and my mother had some... romance. Of course, he couldn't marry a commoner.
And your father? I mean the blacksmith. God, that sounds so odd. I mean Martin.
He knew Sir Radzig from way back. Martin... Pa married her before I was born, to protect her reputation, and raise me as his own.
And Sir Radzig allowed it?
Sure. Actually, I get a feeling the whole thing was agreed between them. Sir Radzig was glad she wasn't left alone with a child.
My God, Henry, that's just... And what will that mean for you?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Well, it all depends on Sir Radzig, doesn't it? As his illegitimate son, I don't have any rights as such. But it's not like I've suddenly become a noble like Capon. And even though Sir Radzig has publicly acknowledged me, well, sort of, it hasn't really changed anything.
And if Sir Radzig decided to make a real noble of you, would you want that?
Me become a noble? Fine clothes, hunting, drinking wine from a gold goblet, and stuffed pheasant for breakfast? Ha! Of course! Who wouldn't want it?
I think there's a little more to it than that, Henry. You'd have huge responsibilities.
True. But anyway, it's not important what I want. A bastard will always be a bastard.
I don't know. All sorts of things can change. Would you still care for me, a common millmaid, if you were a nobleman?
Of course. I'll always be fond of you. Nothing will change that.
I'll remember that. I hope you won't regret those words.
No fear of that.
결혼하고 엔딩 나와라.
Here we are. Thanks for stopping by, Henry.
My pleasure.
Hal, are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
The question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, Your Graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. there was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I pack my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us. If I didn't know anything about Jobst, I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already. Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Berghof. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale.
in spite of everything Job said.
We shall see. We shall see.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to
So, it looks...
Yes.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you...
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag...
I'm getting a bit...
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons. But instead, they've been in a bitter arm. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz.
Who is he really, this...
The cousin of King Wenceslas. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't... But he really is the leader of the resistance against...
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so...
But he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he...
Who is this Prokop that Job's...
Job's brother, the king's cousin. He and Job, then, they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with politics. Make of it...
The League of Lords and that Berghoff were...
The lords of the powerful houses. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is...
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the... Sigismund is ambitious and capable. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian... And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it. God...
Rupert of the Palatinate.
Rupert is the prince-elect...
What's a prince-elector?
The prince-electors are dignitaries of the... Some of the nobility in the empire. So, now we have two kings...
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein.
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna...
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush, and...
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Come now, Hal.